Evangeline Lilly from the Wasp.
Fuck that.
Evangeline Lilly. Is that how you pronounce her name, Jake?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've heard it pronounced.
Well, Evangeline Lilly, she's one of the stars of the Wasp and Ant-Man and
Oh yeah, she's
Marvel, Disney, the whole spiel.
yeah, I did see this thing. She's Anti-Vax.
At
At least at the rally.
So she posted a picture about she posted a picture at the anti-vax rally. I don't think she's anti-vax because she works for Disney, so she kind of has to have the vax.
Yeah, I was going to say the work I've done for Disney, and I'm around basically no one while I'm doing that work. They are strict as shit. Like getting daily tests when I'm working for Disney and all that shit. It's fucking. And it's like they have like the vax information. Everyone that is working there is like vaccinated and boosted. So, but they're still just like, you got to wear these N95s and you got to take tests every time you walk into our building. So fun stuff.
Yeah, I was supposed to get tested on the job that I was on today, and I just avoided it, not on purpose.
Oh fuck, cancel Eric.
We had half a day, and as I was leaving, I was like, oh shit, I was supposed to get tested today, which I could have used for a future job. But
So do you want to hear a story?
Is it about Evangeline Lilly?
No, but it is about vaccine on set. So there was this shoot one time, and they weren't specific on if they needed a rapid PCR or a regular PCR. So I just got a rapid, right? And because they weren't telling me, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to get a rapid. I got a rapid test, and it had to be a rapid PCR. But I got a PCR the same time I got the rapid. The PCR results didn't come back, so I just didn't mail my results. And the COVID lady didn't even notice until after the shoot. And she emailed me like, hey, where's your test results? I think I might have misplaced them. And then I just sent her the PCR because I got it by then.
Dude, that happens all the time. I go to jobs and I'm supposed to send them shit. Or I actually get tested and then they never ask for my results. And it's like a weekend and they never bother to ask. So what's the point? At this point, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. I mean, I knew I was negative.
Did you though?
Yeah, I did. I had the rapid.
Sorry, Jake.
Sorry about what?
You said something. We didn't hear you.
Oh, I just mocked you. I just said, what's the point in a more exaggerated fashion? It'll come through on the air. It's fine.
Yeah. So Evangeline Lilly, she's definitely vaxxed because she's on Disney, whatever. So she goes to the rally and she posted pictures about. Basically, she's in agreement with people that choose not to get vaxxed. It was photos about nurses who don't want to get vaxxed, or just the idea that people shouldn't be forced to get vaxxed. So I guess, I don't know if she's gonna keep her job. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna fire her because it's not like she's necessarily doing anything outside of their demands. Like can she be fired because of something that she believes in? Is she calling for violence? Like
that's the tricky part, isn't it? Because like she got vaxxed, right? And she's really only just using her free speech, whether you agree with it or not. She's kind of just saying she doesn't believe in the mandate. So it's kind of that fine line of like, is it because you don't agree with her that you don't want her to say anything? Or like, is it cool even though you don't agree with her? You know?
In my opinion, at least like, I don't know the exact wordings of it, just the way we talked about it. It's weird because there is no vaccine mandate, like nationally. Like
You're right.
Is like different businesses can ask you to, and like the government's like, if you're a public I don't even think every state government's like this, but like our state government in New York is like, if you're a government employee, you gotta be vaccinated to work.
Yeah.
And some companies are like, if you're going to work for us, you gotta be vaccinated to work. But that's not a mandate. That's just companies pretty much just looking out, like on a private business like scale of it. It's them looking out for the bottom line because the shit spreads fast.
Yep.
And they don't want people who are at higher risk who've chosen to be at higher risk, especially.
Yeah.
To walk in and possibly just fuck up their money. Like that's really what it comes down to is capitalists being like, this could fuck up my money. And then people who probably by other ends of it would wildly support like free market capitalist policies. Well, the most part of it is companies being like, this is the shit. Like no one's told any, like, there's no private business mandate.
Yeah, you are right. Even OSHA too. OSHA ruled that you don't have to be vaxxed. And I've always said, like, I think you should have a choice on whether or not you get vaccinated, but then don't complain about the consequences. Because like every choice you make has a consequence. If one of those consequences is you get fired, it is what it is.
Exactly. And I think it falls right in line with like the rhetoric that even before the pandemic, you would see about like alt-right people being like, oh, this is like you're violating my freedom of speech. And it's like, A, no, because I'm not the government. And B, like you said some shit and people are reacting to it. Like their reaction is also
freedom of speech.
Yeah, like you don't get protected from consequence. Exactly what you said. You get protected from the government being able to be like, to fuck your shit up because of what you say.
Exactly.
So feel like you're in court because you said some dumb, terrible shit. Your freedom of speech isn't being violated. Like it's just people being like, you sound like a dickhead. And then you being like, that's not fair. Like, yeah, it is fair.
Yesterday one of my friends posted an Instagram story about, I guess Fauci said it was okay he said kids under 4 years old are going to get 3 shots instead of 2. And my friend captioned it with like, this was their plan all along. It was to
vaccinate children.
And I was like, LOL, what? And then we went back and forth. We had a whole argument. And like, after I would like give him all this information, he would be like, yeah, but I still don't understand why, somebody would get fired for not getting vaxxed. And I mean, it kind of goes to what you said. I think it's less about the companies caring about your well-being and more so like they just don't want to lose workers.
Yeah.
So that their businesses can continue to run.
Employment's already shit.
Yeah. And that's seriously like a pre-pandemic, a thing that they would do. Like there's a lot of jobs. Like if you're a teacher, you have to have a up-to-date vax record. If you're like, if you're someone who travels a lot, you have to have an up-to-date vax record, and especially traveling like to specific countries, like to a lot of like African, Eastern European countries, there are diseases there that were by and large inoculated against here. So you have to get vaccinated before you can go travel to those places. These kind of barriers to entry along with vaccination have been in existence for a long time. And it's only recently that people complain about them because it's like, oh, well, we actually have to do this on like a broad scale now.
Well, that's what I've said too. Like to go to college, you have to get vaccinated. If you wanted to go to Africa, there's certain vaccines you have to get. Like it doesn't make any type of sense.
Well, if you're in Africa and you want to come to America, you have to get shots. That's like the R. Kelly video where he sings, did you get your passport? Did you get your shots? Who wants to come back with Rob? Because he's trying to get some African girl to just come with him back to America.
I like how it's like we're having a vaguely like conversation, and then Eric is just like, yeah, like that R. Kelly song.
No, it's not a song.
First of all, mute R. Kelly.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck R. Kelly.
No, it wasn't.
That one was a problem for me. I can't even lie to you. I did, but it was a problem.
Yeah, but
which one?
Mute R. Kelly. Like there are times where I just want to put "Step in the Name of Love" on, or like Ignition remix, and I'm like, I can't do that.
Oh, is Mute R. Kelly a thing? I didn't realize. Yeah. I see.
I was just basically stop listening to R. Kelly.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. I got it. I don't think she'll lose her job. Like she's not outright saying anything violent.
Well, she did compare it to the Holocaust.
Yeah, I don't know why everyone's favorite thing to be like, this is like the Holocaust. And it's like, it really isn't. Like,
well, isn't that what Gina did? And that's how she got fired?
No, she did like a bunch of different, like that was one of the like 3 or 4 different things that she did. She was also like apparently like transphobic on set, and oh God, I'm blanking on his name. The star of The Mandalorian.
Oh, he wasn't fucking with her after that.
I'm not like, there's no reports that like he straight up said or did anything, but like he has a trans sibling and stuff.
Oh, right.
So like, and I, more of like a history of like small things that just built up over time is what I remember Gina's thing was. And the rumors are that like she's probably coming back. Like,
really?
Yeah. Not necessarily like confirmed. There's no like contract, but I've seen things like speculation online is like, yeah, because she's kind of stayed out of it, like the public eye for a minute and hasn't done anything. There's a really good chance like she won't get her spinoff show, but she probably will still end up making appearances in The Mandalorian.
I mean,
go, Eric, you go first because I just found more info about her.
I was just going to say, it wasn't that long ago when we were talking about that. It's not like she stayed out of the limelight for that long because she did the whole Ben Shapiro thing. Like, I think that's still a thing. She's like working on the Ben Shapiro film. And I find it hard to believe that they would keep her in. And then while she's in the show, the Ben Shapiro movie comes out and it's like this whole fucking I
believe that Ben Shapiro actually has the means to produce a film. Like he's got money and he wants to, but have you ever read any of his fiction? He's
no.
write fiction.
I didn't know he wrote fiction.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't anymore because it's absolutely terrible. But like if he's writing a movie, it's not going to be good. So it's probably gonna get cut up in production hell because they're gonna look at like the dailies and be like, "This is trash." Like, well, I guess we have to refilm it.
Go ahead, Jake.
Short stories. He has like I can't remember where online. You can find them online, but it's just like a trio of short stories, and it's just a list. It's just a list of events. There's no like character development. It's just like, this is what's happening. This is how he feels about it. Like,
oh my God.
Like a perspective or anything like that. It's just like a constant kind of third party, like not third party, but like third person narrator where it's like, it's never fully the character and it's never fully an omniscient, like third party. Like, you know how like authors typically choose choice on how they're going to tell their story. He never really does. Sometimes,
oh my God.
Sometimes he refers to characters in first person and sometimes in third. And it's like, I don't get what's going on.
This was before he was like famously on Fox and whatever?
I think this is before he like really blew up. I don't think it's before like he was known at all because he really, if I remember his first big thing, he was still in like fucking high school or some shit.
Oh, really?
Oh, shit.
It was because he published this like crazy conservative outlet as a young person that he got like his initial burst of media attention, and he just kind of like stuck with that for the rest of his life. So it wasn't that early. It was probably like 10 years ago. That might even be long ago. It might be like 2012, 2014. Pre-Trump for sure.
Yeah, so March 2020, this lady.
Which lady? We're talking about two different ladies.
Talking about Gina?
Or then
No, sorry, not Gina. Lilly.
March 2020.
March 2020, she refused to self-quarantine. Compared the
Jesus, that's like first couple of days of the shit.
Yeah, she compared the lockdown to martial law and then said that there's something every election. So like meaning that it was fake because the election was there. So she's definitely
it's hit every country in the world.
MAGA person.
What fucking happened in the 2016 election? Was there some major event in 2016?
I don't think so.
12 or 2000, like in 2008, like the market went down right before like I think the election actually was finished.
Oh, the emails.
Oh, but that was not like a global thing. That was just like one candidate has like some shitty emails.
6.2 earthquake hit central Italy. I looked up world events in 2016. That's all I got besides the Olympics.
Hillary's emails, and I mean,
thanks Obama for your fucking.
Do you remember
earthquakes?
That meme? Do you remember that meme?
Absolutely. there's something every election. It's like, really? Because what? Like, the biggest thing I can remember in the 2016 election was a candidate like got on television, like a fake candidate in like a primary with the name D's Nuts. And Harambe died. Like, those were the big 2016 events that I can remember. Like,
the Pulse nightclub shooting happened in 2016.
But that's literally, unfortunately, like, mass public shootings happen
all the time.
Here, so, like, to be election year is, but I don't know.
No, I'm with you.
That's some stupid shit. There's always something. It's like, it's March. It's fucking March. They're not even really, like, the primary is still happening.
There's always something, Jake. Come on.
Yeah, I guess like, we don't live in a static, non-developing world. That sucks.
All right. Should she stay or should she go? Do we just honestly, I mean, she's a major character on the movie. Is it even worth getting rid of her?
I don't know.
Is it enough to? I feel like I would, like, whatever. Like, people have fucking Gary Busey in their movies, and he's just fucking nuts, but they keep him anyway. Like, who cares?
But Gary Busey has the excuse of being like a big ass motorcycle accident and like having like brain trauma because of it.
All right. Well, maybe Lilly took a bump.
She took a bump of something.
Damn.
But no, I mean, I wouldn't. Unless she did something like, I guess I don't, once again, those extra little details, just like, damn, she's been like on this since like the jump. That's like, March 20 is literally the very beginning. Like, that's insane.
Yeah. So she's basically a MAGA, like a crazy MAGA, not just a I like Trump person. She's like a crazy MAGA, but I mean, no harm, no foul.
Not one of like the Midwest blue collar workers that were just like, it's been terrible for a long time. I hope it gets better with this outsider candidate. Like, there's a difference between people who are just like desperate for anything, and I guess people who are just like, the fucking world is against us, baby. Like,
something every election.
There was so I don't know. I don't think I mean, I guess you could. There's no like, you can fire anyone. Like, you just have to pay her out, I guess. But like, depending on her contract language. But no, I don't think that would be like a terminable offense. I think work stuff typically doesn't. And I think a lot of the Gina things, while she had outside of work stuff, were kind of the respectfulness kind of stuff that I heard about.
Yeah. I mean, I don't agree with her comparing it to the Holocaust, but
no,
like, no harm, no foul. I mean, it's not like she shit on it. She just compared it. In my opinion, there's no comparison. But
imagine being like, I can't go to like my favorite bar. This is the same as like entire races of people being fucking murdered en masse. Like,
right?
It's exactly the same, Jake. Okay.
I made a decision not to get a fucking shot, and now I can't see the movie.
Yeah.
This is the Holocaust.
Like, that's the only stupid part. Apparently she just says stupid shit. But again, like,
that's so weird though. Like, I didn't realize, I haven't heard anything about her up until yesterday or 2 days ago.
Well, it was in the article about, I pulled it up and I was skimming through the article, but it was in the article about her going to the anti-vax rally.
Maybe she's just kept it on the low. I mean, whatever. Anyway, to wrap this one up, yes or no? I say no. Don't fire her.
Yeah, who cares?
I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, like, the comparison's trash, and it seems to be like conservatives' favorite comparison right now. But yeah, I don't think it's a fireable thing.
Yeah, me neither.
She didn't like actively go and hurt someone or like do some like trash shit on set. So yeah, whatever.
And she's not necessarily putting anyone. I mean, I guess you could argue she's putting people in danger, but I don't know. I think that's
not,
just
though, because I mean,
no, but I'm saying with the idea that it's okay to I don't fuck. I
get what you're saying, but I just think realistically, like, people who are listening to her are people who already believe it. She's not going to change anybody's mind with what she said, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think people were waiting for Evangeline Lilly to be the one that tells them that it's like the Holocaust. They were just like, well, I didn't trust Gina, but I'll trust Evangeline.
Yeah.
A year later or so. Like,
I mean, I didn't even know who she was.
I don't think it sways anyone. Everyone who's like who would support her already does in this endeavor.
I think it's probably just an awkward time on set where I would imagine.
For sure. Definitely. People are like, ooh.
I mean, but again, she's whatever. We don't have to keep talking about it. Anyway.
Hold for Everything podcast.